Hello to my Reach Out and Read site coordinators and providers. This is Kyler Daniels and I am back with you today for another Lunch and Learn video virtually. Today's video will be focusing on active reading, which is a brand new resource that we've been sharing out here at Downey's Partnership for Children and would like to share with you guys at the clinics. As you know, one of the components of Reach Out and Read is for the providers to be able to give parents and caregivers tips on how to read and to be able to model some of the reading strategies that they can use at home in the well child visit. And active reading is a great way to do so. So we do have some tangible resources that I'm going to be sharing with you guys soon. We have RAC cards, active reading RAC cards, and we have active reading posters, and they look fairly the same. The posters are just a little bit. So active reading is just a way for parents to be able to read with their kids instead of just to them. They focus on three components rather, and the components are called the active reading ABCs. The A stands for asking questions, the B stands for building vocabulary, and the C stands for connecting to a child's world, which is all on the RAC card and on the poster as well. And under each ABC is some tips for the parent they can use to incorporate the active reading strategies into their child's story time. So I'm going to do a little bit of modeling for you guys. So I'm going to read a story to you guys. This is the Reach Out and Read book. Well, not a story. I'm just going to read a page from the story, and it's the things I love about family. I'm just going to read one page so you guys can kind of get an idea of how you can use the ABCs. Mom and Dad are also good at telling me when I do something wrong or naughty. When I have been naughty, I know that they still love me, but they just don't like my behavior or what I did. So for this page, you could say something for the asking questions. You always want to use words like what, how, who, or why. And a good question for this page could be, why do Mom and Dad have to tell this little guy when he's doing something wrong? Why does he do that? Why do they do that? And it gives the child a chance to answer. Maybe they don't know the answer, maybe they do, but it gives them the range for creativity and to be able to really think about that question. For building vocabulary, the B, you could pull out the word naughty. That's a unique word. That's a rare word that kids don't hear every day. So I would say something like, when I do something wrong or naughty. Naughty, that's an interesting word. What do you think naughty means? Do you know what naughty means? And that's a way that you can get a child talking as well. For connecting to the child's world, on this page, you could say something like, do you remember a time when your mom or your dad or grandma or whoever told you that you were doing something wrong? And that's just a way to be able to incorporate all three of the ABCs with just that one page. So parents can do that with any page in the book, and they really are able to start a conversation about the story with their child, and it will have the child bringing the book back to them again and again. Even if the children aren't verbal yet, they can still have a great conversation with their child when they're reading, so it's not just them reading the pages on the book. So that was just a little spiel on what active reading is. We here at Downey's Partnership for Children are sharing a lot of information, tips, and videos out through our Facebook page, and we also have a website where you can find all the active reading information, and it is at www.depc.org/active reading. And this is a way for families to be able to go to the page when they aren't in front of you, or if they just want some new tricks or tips to be able to read with their kids. They can go to that page and find anything they need on active reading. So like I said, I will be bringing the RAC cards and the posters to you guys. You can put them up in your waiting rooms or your exam rooms, wherever you find a good place for them. And the rack cards are probably a lot more accessible, so I will bring you quite a few of these and a holder to keep them in. And it's just another resource for you to use to enrich your literacy rich waiting room areas. The next part I want to touch on just very briefly is fundraising again. As you know, in the last video, I talked about fundraising and talked about how the grant that we had been getting funds from to use for Reach Out and Read ended recently. So there is a need for fundraising. I got some feedback from you guys about whether or not you would like to help out with fundraising efforts at your clinics. And a lot of you said maybe and yes. So with that being said, I am doing some research and having conversations with our friends at Reach Out and Read Carolinas, or the National Reach Out and Read group, and we're trying to figure out some ways that we can get it started in the clinics. And if you have any ideas on how you can start some fundraising, please share them with us. We'll be sharing you out information very soon. And also, if you could share the information about the Reach Out and Read fundraising campaign we have going on here at Downey's Partnership for Children, I will share the links for that to you again if you need it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little overview of what active reading is, and I hope that you receive this information well and that you be willing to share this information with your families in the clinic. But if you have any other questions in the meantime, please let me know. I will send out another follow-up survey for you guys. It'll be very short and simple. Feel free to share it with your providers, with any other staff that work with Reach Out and Read in your clinics. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.